Good morning. It is 9:30 a.m. Wednesday, June 23rd, 2021. I'm Mayor Chris Barn calling to order the regular session of the Logansport Board of Public Works and Safety. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Lisa Terry?
Here.
Chris Martin?
Here.
Jacob Thomas?
Here. I'll start with the approval of minutes for the June 16th, 2021 meeting.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Thomas?
Yes.
Chris Martin?
Yes.
Lisa Terry?
Yes.
Approval of claims for $473,156.99. This includes claims of $47,233.89, longevity $97,200, TIF industrial park claim of $8,100, grant claims of $269,066.10, MSRP grant claim for $1,732.50, and insurance reimbursement for $49,824.50. I'll make a motion to approve the claims as presented.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Chris Martin?
Yes.
Lisa Terry?
Yes.
Jacob Thomas?
Yes.
All right. No old business. On to new business. I'll make a motion to move Code Enforcement's weekly report and request for property cleanups to the front of the agenda.
I'll second that motion.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Chris Martin?
Yes.
Jacob Thomas?
Yes.
Lisa Terry?
Yes.
All right. Randy.
Good morning, Randy.
Good morning. Weekly report.
Crash violations last week, we had 10 new ones issued, we had 13 cleared. We had one by the city, we got one that we're working on. Vehicles tagged, we had 3. We had 3 that were removed by the owner, we haven't towed any yet. First notices on mowing, we had 15 first cleared by the property, we had 19 first mowed by the city, we had 9. We had 4 second notices, we had 2 that were cleared by the owner and 1 that's been mowed by the city. And then I have 6 notices to appear for the next one.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve the Code Enforcement weekly report.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Thomas?
Yes.
Chris Martin?
Yes.
Lisa Terry?
Yes.
All right. Request for property cleanup, Alvaro or 201 West Mildred Street. Is there anyone here to represent 201 West Mildred Street? All right. Seeing none, go ahead.
The initial inspection was on the 26th. I think there's like anywhere from 15 to 20 barrels sitting out there alongside the road. We went through and did the follow-up on the 2nd. They were still sitting there. We notified them to appear. We knocked on the door. I didn't get an answer that day. I did drive by this morning, and they had cleared out about 7 or 8 of them, but there's still quite a few of them sitting there.
Is this the second offense in the 12-month period?
Not on this one, no.
Okay. All right. I'll make a motion to approve the request for property cleanup at 201 West Mowing Street.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Lisa Terry,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Collinsville.
Yes.
Next one. Ronald L. and Ann M. Harmon, or 533 Reynolds Street. Is there anyone here to represent 533 Reynolds Street? Please come forward to the mic, please. State your name and address for us, please. And the
Ian
mic.
Harmon, 527 Reynolds.
Okay, Randy, go ahead.
The first initial inspection was done on the 21st of May. At that time, I believe we had tagged some cars that were there as well. On the second inspection on the 6th, or on the 2nd of June, some of it had been cleaned up, and as of right now, there has been some effort to clean up. The cars that were tagged were removed. There is progress being made, but not as much. The other thing with this is a second violation in a 12-month period.
Okay. Mrs. Harmon, you have anything you want to say, or?
No, it's just I asked for them to give me a little time to work on it because I've been working 6 days a week, and my husband had back surgery, so he's limited to what he can do. But I've been doing the best that I can, working 6 days a week at Tyson.
Okay. How long do you think it'll take to clean up all this?
I'm pushing for 30 days.
Randy, is 30 days sufficient amount of time?
I would hope so, but there's a lot out there that has to be cleaned up.
Do you have people that could help you? Do you have family or friends or anyone you could have a barbecue in the backyard and get people over to help? I mean, like
I can see what I can do, but his daughter lives out of town, and my brother-in-law just passed away
sorry.
of cancer, so right now things have just been really rough and kind of hard when the families are going through it all right now.
Well, Ann, I'll tell you, you showed up. We appreciate you showing up. That's always very good in favor of the homeowner, so we appreciate you showing up. I would make a motion to give a 30-day extension. However, with that 30-day extension, after 30 days, if you show up to the Board of Works and it is still like this, keep in mind that that is going to tack on a $5,000 fine. Okay? All right. I'll make a motion to extend the request for property cleanup at 533 Reynolds Street for 30 days.
And I'll
second that motion.
Okay.
Thank you, Ann.
Good luck.
All right. Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Lisa Terry,
Yes.
Jacob Collinsville.
Yes.
Thank you.
Randy, we got one more.
That one was cleared.
Oh, it's cleared?
Yes, that as of this morning is cleared.
Sweet.
Sorry about that.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Thanks,
I
Randy.
wrote down because you realized it.
So do we need to vote that one down or just?
Yeah, we still need to vote on it.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we vote on that property cleanup then.
For 1523 East Market Street. I'll second. Any further discussion? Call for question.
Chris Martin,
No.
Lisa Terry,
Because it's not clear.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Jacob Collinsville.
No. All right. Now to the front of the agenda, Board of Works resolution is Resolution 2021-201, resolution to opt out of opioid settlement pursuant to Indiana Code 4-6-15-2. Kelly?
Yes, this is a resolution that we need to produce to our council that has been representing us so that they can file it with the Attorney General's office. to take us out of the settlement that the Attorney General's office is working on. It is not a final solution. We may be opting back in. We have 60 days to do that, but this is the time that has to be done before the end of this month to get us out so that we have some more leverage and have more options to try to resolve this horrible issue with opioids and how much money has been made in terrible fashion. But that's for us in a legal position to position us to maximize.
Can I ask, how much money is the city looking at possibly receiving? No clue at all.
Well, I'm not a they've got bankruptcies going on, they've got litigation, they're skiing, and they're trying to resolve it, and that's what all this is about. And it's in
I gotcha.
courts. So it's, usually they're not very fast.
Okay. Thank you.
Right, yeah. I'll make a motion to approve the Board of Works Resolution 2021-201.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question?
Lisa Terry.
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes.
Jacob Collinsville.
Yes.
All right, notice of election to opt out of opioid settlement under Indiana Code 4-6-15-2. Is this the same thing?
Yeah, I've said you put it on there twice.
Yes, you have to send this letter in, the resolution.
Oh, okay, so this is the approval of the letter. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the notice of election to opt out of opioid settlements under Indiana Code 4-6-15-2.
I'll second.
Thank you, God, that's wonderful. Letter saying, here it is.
Okay. All right, call.
Get certified in the perpetrators.
There you go. Call for question?
Jacob Collinsville.
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes.
Lisa Terry.
Yes.
All right. Contracts and agreements, Indiana Department of Transportation sweeping services. Do you know?
My best Wayne voice.
There you go.
This is a standard contract for the street sweeper, and Tony has approved it.
We've done this for years. They basically just give us a little compensation for the fact that we sweep state highways.
Oh, nice. Okay. Good deal. All right. I'll make a motion to approve the Indiana Department of Transportation sweeping services contract and agreement.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question?
Jacob Collinsville.
Yes.
Lisa Terry.
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. And then Tyler Technologies amendment to the update Encode contract.
So this is just an amendment to the updated contract, basically what you just said. I don't know, honestly, I personally don't know the difference between what's changing.
Is there a difference in funding? Is this all coming out of the clerk treasurer's office, the IT?
Looks like this is getting removed.
It's getting removed?
Yeah. Tyler Software whistleblowers hereby removed from the agreement as of the amendment effective date.
Okay.
Does this have to be voted on today?
Yeah, is this
Okay.
time sensitive?
I believe so.
Kelly, are you aware of this? The Tyler contract information?
No, I know we went through a big contract and reviewed it to get into it, the utilities and the city and meshing them together. But this looks like tweaking the prices, but I haven't talked to anybody about it. They work.
I do believe this comes out of the treasurer's budget. Can we see if I can join in here?
No, that's fine.
To me, it looks like it's just removing
Yeah, it's just,
costs
Right.
from the agreement.
yeah.
So this isn't adding any additional costs. They're just more things in the original contract that aren't needed. So saving us money.
Exactly. That's what it looks like to me. I'll make a motion to approve the Tyler Technologies Amendment Update Encode Contract.
I'll second.
Any further discussion?
I'm taking your word for it.
Okay. Call for question.
Lisa Terry.
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes.
Jacob Halmstead.
Yes.
All right, demolition contract, Merritt and Son Excavating. Rob? It looks like this is pretty standard contract. The budget that council approved to come out is right here. So that is confirmed on that, as well as the 14-day completion for any work.
Yeah, he said it looked like it only taking probably a week to a week and a half to do it.
Great.
And he plans on starting it the 26th of July.
July 26th.
But he would like to get in there beforehand to do little things on rain days just to get prepped up to do the actual demo.
There was an event in August
Yes.
for Logan's Landing, and we're going to make that in just in time then?
He said that it should be absolutely no problem.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure that is done.
The only thing I've got NITSCO already on the roll on retiring the service back to the street that takes them 4 to 6 weeks to even get out there. So it will be just about just in time for him to start.
Perfect. All right.
The piece of public art sitting to the west of that, where is that going?
The one that's hanging on the building.
No, it's outside. I believe it's like a boy and girl on the bicycle.
Dina is just, I think she's going to hang on.
So you guys are all in contact. Everybody's talking. That's all I want to know.
She's going to decide at a later date what she
Okay.
wants to do with that.
She's already been removed. Oh, okay.
There you go. All right. I'll make a motion to approve the demolition contract for American Sons Excavating LLC.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Halmstead.
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes.
Lisa Terry.
Yes.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you.
Permission to use parking lot, Logan's Landing Farmers Market lot, corner of 4th and East Market Street. Becky has stated that, I mean, this has been going on for years, right? We've been using the farmers market lots. We're not using it at this time. There's no issues as far as that goes.
What year is this, Becky, for the strawberry shortcake? Just guessing.
It's the 16th.
Cool.
I would have to double check. And of course, last year we weren't able to have the actual event. We did just online orders and deliveries. But we're very much looking forward to having an event once again. And I did submit all the paperwork to Mindy, which I'm assuming she forwarded to you, the sketch of the layout, our certificate of insurance, and the letter.
It's all here.
Yep.
Some of us can check the rings around our waist to see how many years.
There you go.
Exactly. That'd be a good way to do it.
And don't we celebrate the city's birthday at this time also?
Yes, which technically the city's birthday is during the winter months.
Right.
But I guess 16, 17 years ago, they decided to celebrate it when strawberries are in season.
That's all good.
And it works out well all the way around. So there will be birthday cake, which is provided by the city, by the mayor's office. The celebration starts at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. And the birthday cake and the shortcake are while supplies last. So the event runs till 2, but we suggest you not wait until 5 minutes to 2.
Right.
We usually run out by the end of the day. Lots of free kids games and activities provided by Cass County Arts Alliance and one of the newer downtown businesses, Heart to Heart Hospice, is also going to be doing some children's activities. So love to have everybody come out. The event's free. You only have to spend money if you want shortcake.
There you go. Thank you.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the permission to use the parking lot of the farmers market lot for Logan's Landing.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Chris Martin.
Yes.
Lisa Terry.
Yes.
Jacob Halmstead.
Yes.
Thanks, Becky.
Thanks,
See you tomorrow.
Becky.
See you tomorrow.
Street Department application for curb street cut, QC Communications for Comcast, west of West Roselawn Drive or north 2828 East Broadway.
Yeah, this is in the right of way, I'm okay with that.
I'll make a motion to approve the application for curb street cut for QC Communications for Comcast west of West Woodlawn Drive, pouring north to 2828 East Broadway.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Thomasville,
Yes.
Lisa Terry,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes. City street closure request for Harris Glass People's Winery install from the 24th of June to the 25th of June, so 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
Yeah, I think the 25th is just a precaution. They were hoping to have it done in one day, but if not, I'd rather have them do it for 2 days.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It'll look great. New glass.
That'd be awesome.
I'll make a motion to approve the city street closure request for Harris Glass People's Winery install for June 24th to the 25th, 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
I'll second.
Let Lisa do it.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Thomasville,
Yes.
Lisa Terry.
Yes.
City street closure request for Cass County Roosters, third annual car show, August 14th, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah, Steve Russell did all the legwork on this. He's talked to PNC Bank and China Lane and any businesses around that area that would have involved, but nobody has an issue with it. I'm fine with that.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the city street closure request for Cass County Roosters, third annual car show, August 14th, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Thomasville,
Yes.
Lisa Terry.
Yes.
City sidewalk closure request, Polar Properties LLC re-roof for 524 526 East Broadway from the 23rd of June to the 30th of June from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. I did speak with him last night
Yeah.
and talked to him. He was going to show up to Board of Works. I was afraid he would waste a half hour because he was at the end. So I just went ahead and talked to him. So he just explained that it was a re-roof and
Yeah, and they just don't have any other possible, I mean, there's no place to put it behind them. There's that area that was owned by the old style fenced in, so they don't have any place behind them to put it. The street's the only place they can do this.
Sure. All right. I'll make a motion to approve the city sidewalk closure request for Polar Properties LLC for a re-roof at 524 526 East Broadway from June 23rd to June 30th, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Thomasville,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Lisa Terry.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Johnny. Public comments. Anyone in the audience who has anything they would like to say, please come to the mic. State your name and address for us.
Hi, Debbie Hardesty, 827 and 831 State Street. I was hoping that I wasn't going to be by myself here, but I am. We, as a neighborhood, have repeatedly reported animal abuse, and I understand that the ordinance is under construction, so to speak, but there's something that needs to be put in place. We have some of the most vague ordinance wording that I've seen. I've been researching and looking up different cities within Indiana, and it's embarrassing that nothing can be done. I know that there's been 7 phone calls since March to dispatch, but they've still not been cited. It's just take care of your animal. Now their solution for one of them is to put it in what looks like a rabbit cage, to be perfectly honest, with a 55-gallon barrel in it so the dog can't even walk around. And their excuse is that they're hunting dogs. I grew up on a farm. I grew up around working dogs. That's not how you treat a working dog. I've looked up some articles to see if maybe I'm just way off base. That's not how they promote you treat a hunting dog. And the fact that they're not hunting dogs, they never move. They're in those cages or they're on their chains 24/7. If it was a real hunting dog, they would be working these animals, and they wouldn't just live 24/7 on a chain or in a rabbit hutch. So I'm just really hoping that you guys will push this forward, talk with the county. The city ordinance and the county ordinance don't even agree on fines. The city ordinance doesn't even say where they pay their fines. The county ordinance at least does. Like, this is just a hot mess. I've talked to Brian animal control. He's been super. I have no complaints with him. I know his hands are tight, but this needs to be accelerated because I know that my issue next door is not the only one in the city. It's just the one I have to look at every day. And she threatened to try and have me arrested for trespassing because they did not give the dog animal. Both dogs were without water for almost 48 hours, and she wanted to have me arrested for giving them bags of ice in bowls so that they didn't die 2 weeks ago when it was 90 plus degrees and they were in the sun. Like, that's not right. I understand he works 8 hours a day, but these dogs don't deserve this. My neighborhood doesn't deserve this. We are all dog animals. I have 2 statements from my neighbors that they sent me. I know of at least 6 neighbors that said they would sign a petition. I mean, I'm kind of the spokesperson, but I'm not alone here. This is not just me. I've been talking to several neighbors, and it needs to move forward, and something needs to be done all the way around for the community and for my neighborhood.
Well,
I don't really know what to tell you.
I would just say,
top priority, or at least one of the top 5.
right. I would just say that I've been at the animal shelter since the end of January. This is not a new issue. It seems like for whatever reason, no one has chosen to sit down and marry these ordinances. Dave Morris and I start tomorrow of what will probably be a 12 to 15-hour job of trying to marry these ordinances and then take them to the proper elected officials to get these all passed and make these a reality. They just can't get passed forward every time, every administration, every whatever, because that's why we have ordinances from 1948.
Right. No, I completely understand. I just
and so these meetings will help. We have a meeting this coming Tuesday, and you came to the last one. I really appreciate it. We must get the county involved. We've invited the sheriff, and I really hope that he will come because he oversees dispatch, and dispatch seems to be a little bit of the articulated issue because that is how Brian Animal Control gets sent out for these calls. So it can only get sent out if dispatch calls him. I mean, it's not like Ms. Hardesty has his cell phone number, if you know what I'm saying. So we at Humane Society are really trying to advocate for this and educate the community, and only by having these meetings and getting people involved like you with these issues can we move forward. But our second meeting will be at 5 o'clock next Tuesday up here. I urge all of your neighbors to come. I want voices to be heard. The media and marketing aspects of this have been wonderful, so we just hope that.
So I highly recommend that you look at St. Joe County in South Bend.
Yes.
They have amazing, clearly stated ordinances. They have a no tether law. Dogs cannot be tethered outside overnight. I mean, this started off as a barking issue with my neighborhood because these dogs would bark for hours. We're not talking 15 minutes. We're talking from like 5 a.m. to 10:30. And they don't care. Speaking of dispatch, I have no complaint with dispatch. They've been great. When I called 2 weeks ago, she asked me what the address was. I said I wasn't sure. I do know now. And she goes, oh yeah, I took my dogs there once and I won't go back because of how they treat them, because she's running an illegal business out of her home as well, but that's a whole other story. So I would just like this move forward and clarified. Like, there are several people that need to be held accountable, and it needs to move a little faster than by the time you're up for election again.
There are things that you can do as soon as everybody wants an ordinance to solve all the problems with dogs and cats and roosters and whatever all we've got. There are state statutes. If somebody is abusing an animal, then they can be prosecuted with a crime, and there's no problem about where they pay their fines and court costs.
But I can't arrest anybody.
I can say you could. There are criminal statutes, and there are people who can enforce those criminal statutes. On that, yet people take it to the prosecutor's office and go through them. They look like you're disgusted by that answer.
No, because when I called last Friday, I called dispatch because they had no water. It was bone dry, and it was explained to me that they had to be found that way. And if anyone is seen giving them water, then they are being taken care of and nothing will be done. While I was standing there with the officer, another neighbor came from across the street and took water out of the kiddie pool that was just out of reach for them to get and gave them water, so they were, quote, taken care of. So that's why I'm disgusted with the answer.
you got fruit problems. A lot of times, the neighbors really don't want to go to court and testify against another neighbor. That's been a perpetual problem with a lot of these animal control issues. You talked about being threatened. Well, but also, dogs are barking, the smell, whatever they got going on there is a nuisance. And there are civil suits that a neighbor can file saying that you have a nuisance, you're maintaining on this property, and this is what's going on.
But when we call dispatch for the noise ordinance and then nothing isn't, but when we call to complain about the noise ordinance and we are told that it is not it's not their problem, they can't do anything about it, how are we going to sue? Because then we have no proof that there was a problem.
There is always problems when you go to any trial that anybody has, whether it's murder down to the simple misdemeanor. There are issues of evidence, testimony, and what.
Right, but you're telling me to file a civil suit and spend my own money when I don't have city or county backing me for support when we call and complain to start
There
with.
are statutes that allow you to do that. It's a personal nuisance to you as a neighbor. You're the one that is smelling it. You're the one observing it. You're the one hearing the dogs. Those can be personal lawsuits that are available to someone who wants to take the action against them. So there are.
But as a community, I would rather it be fixed, not just my neighborhood, as a community as a whole. We want businesses to come in here and we want people to stay. But when we're getting to watch dogs be abused and there's nothing clearing it up, it needs to be done at a city and county level so that there are clear standards for how people are going to treat animals in this area. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir.
I hope to see you next Tuesday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Please be there. All right, any other public comments? If anyone would like to make a comment, please come to the mic, state your name and address for us. Okay. Seeing none, board member comments, Lisa?
Well, I would just say to Ms. Hardesty that she is one of many of these live calls, and we discussed this numerous occasions. They're frustrated. I'm frustrated. Animal control is frustrated. And this is just on State Street. I can go to every single neighborhood in a pocket and find these same kinds of complaints. Many of them are running or loose dogs, the repeat offenders. So obviously there's a lot that we still need to do. I think that they need to feel that they're being heard and maybe, help to be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. I think that's how the public is going to best invest their time with this committee moving forward. We need them. We need their voices. We need to know what's going on. And again, like my granny used to say, you can't fix it if you don't know how it's broken. I do believe we know it's broken.
Absolutely. I agree. All right, Jacob? No? All right. Miscellaneous business and any matters. It's almost like a Monday for me. I don't know what's going on.
It's a full moon.
Miscellaneous business and any matters not already considered, including ADA Section 504 compliance or concerns. All right, seeing none, I'll make a motion to adjourn at 10:01 a.m.
I'll second.
All right, call the question.
Jacob Holmesdale?
Yes.
Chris Martin?
Yes.
Lisa Terry?
Yes.
We are adjourned. Thank you. Have a great day.
You got out of here.